Hello, folks. It's Rob, and this is Prison Architect. Believe this is Alpha Build 15, because this is an early access game and still in development, folks. So here we have our shipment of workmen, and supply trucks are about to come in. We're basically starting out, and this is a very starting point. You have 10,000 bucks to build your stuff, and basically, supplies come in, workers build, and tomorrow the prisoners turn up. So we need to be kind of prepared. Some things cost money, some things don't. Like the allocation of what a space doesn't really cost any money. So, like if I want to do the deliveries area a bit bigger, I totally can. Bam. If I want the garbage area to be bigger, I totally can. It doesn't cost anything. But here's where we start and stop time, as it were. And it says shower here because that's the regime. We need our warden to be able to modify the regime. That's our first delivery of supplies. We start out with some free things. Now, for rooms, you're going to need foundations, and then, of course, you can have walkways and things like that. I'm going to just, put in a quick central point here, have them work on that real fast. And something else that doesn't really cost anything is fences, so we'll have them put that up, too. Just have them run a fence around the entire perimeter. I imagine that'll change at some point, because it is a bit cheesy that you can just, totally build this, gigantic fence right away. But that'll give me a nice outer perimeter in case nothing else gets done. I am going to need a door in that. And you just press R to change the orientation like that. Now we had to buy that because we didn't have any. And we'll need to get our utilities in order. We need a power station. Actually, no, I don't want that there. It's important that there's space around this for capacitors. So, I'm going to stick that there. Stick a capacitor here. Water pump station I'm going to make somewhat adjacent. That way it doesn't require a whole lot of power cable. In fact, my capacitor, instead of being there, I will put here. And then I will put the power cable here. There. Now, I'm going to run some pipes down. That way I can have a central feed. I'm going to run some power cable down. And these don't need to be in rooms, so that's why I've kind of have them out in the open like that. Now, if you're not happy with the speed of things, just go up faster, please. As you can see, the workmen will go out and do the jobs that they've been assigned. Now, this is not very much of a jail so far. We're going to need some rooms, and as such, we're going to need a foundation for rooms. So I think the first place to really start is a holding cell. And as the initial holding cell, I kind of want an incorporated thing. So I'm going to make a fairly large structure. And it needs an entrance, so you can't just like put that up without having an entrance. I'm going to put a large jail door because I'm going to need to be able to get a quantity of people in and out of this building. I don't want it too close to my front entrance, though, so I'm going to have it over here. Actually, no. I want that there. Okay. And workmen will work on the jobs. Now, I'm going to leave this door in a locked open state so it doesn't get in the way of anybody. I can get grants for additional funding. Like if I want an administration center, and I'm going to want one anyway, I can do that grant. That'll give me a bit more cash to start with for building the administration center. So I need 2 offices, a warden, unlock finance, and hire an accountant. And then I get paid some more. Now, the administration center probably should be away from the main prison block. Just in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Well, let's let them finish working on this first. While that's underway, I do know that it's going to need power run down to there, so and probably I'm going to need to set the pipe system so it goes down this way. Right. So if I set up the toilets and the showers on this side, then I only need the 1 feed. It will move faster over these like paving slabs, so that's why I did that. And as you can see, work is continuing. Got a team working on the front fence over here. Got a guy working on the fence down here. Most of my people are working on my utilities and structure, which is fine. That's what we want. Because I need this building to get done. I'm going to put my holding center in here, my holding cells in here, and my initial shower, and then I'm going to like probably put a canteen area out here somewhere. I'm not sure. But before we start laying more foundation, I wanted these other jobs to get finished. So, I mean, the outer fence that can sit, but I do want this done. Because when the prisoners turn up tomorrow, they need a place to be. There we go, that's the building incorporated, and it's going to fit some lights. Right, so, I've stopped time, and the reason I've stopped time is because I'm now going to make some modifications. So I'm going to throw up a bit of fence over here, and yeah, I'm going to throw up a bit more over here. Because this is going to be my first yard. So, and I'm going to put a large jail door in here. And then, let's see, I'm going to need a shower room. Holding cell There we are. Okay. We're going to need to put a wall up. So let's see here. I need brick wall. Okay. Again, a large jail door will be fitted, and this one's just more because I may want to control where they are. I don't really care if they go in the shower or not, but if they're rioting, I don't want them in there because they'll break things. So, right, we'll let them get that started. And let's see here. Yeah, that'll do for that. Just going to fit some of these down here. I'm going to need toilets in here, so let's turn that. There we go. No fighting over the toilets. Gonna need shower heads. And I'm really kind of planning on the future here, since that's why I'm building like such an extensive holding cell complex. And need drains to keep the water in. Otherwise it tends to flow out. And I'm going to just finish up the utilities. So I will run a pipe down there. And across like that. And I'm not sure if the drains need to be connected up, but I do. And the toilets will need piping, so we need to have that there. Okay, so. Right, back to work. I like to have a light out here just watching the main path. As you can see, some things get thrown up pretty quickly. It's cool that way. This is going to be my yard area. There it is, yard. Now, rooms need more than just simply toilets or shower heads, but that's what we're building up into. So, let's see here. First off, some benches, because one thing they like is having somewhere to sit. There we go, plenty of places for people to sit. I'm going to set this door to open at the moment, and that one to open as well. Because right now we got builders running all over the place. Okay. Planning ahead on the utilities. fit me another capacitor. Okay, now we're going to need more foundation because we're going to need more structures. And I'm thinking this is going to be my kitchen and the beginning of the admin center. Now, while they're doing that, I'm just going to plan out some extra little objects. Like I'm going to give them somewhere where they can use a phone, because that helps keep them pacified. Keeps them from getting so ticked off a little. Yeah, let's put a weights bench outside, why not? There you go, guys. And we'll throw a light out there. Now I have extra room here, and you may be wondering what that's for. That's so I can put in solitaries and other things. Visitation area. This is basically going to be my holding cell complex. See? Material, brick wall. Do that. I don't want that open like that. Utilities, we're going to need a bit more power out into this. Run it over like so. Right, so at this point the prisoners are going to turn up in about an hour. So we're going to need some staff. We're going to need some guards, so that they can start doing their thing. I need to put in an office for my warden. He needs a 4x4, like so. I'm going to need another office and our 4x4. I can totally not have to do this, but I'm going to put up a brick wall anyway. At least for the warden's office. And he gets a door. There we go. And in that room goes a desk, and a chair, and a filing cabinet. And the same goes over here. And that's going to be in my admin area. In fact, instead of just making that totally open plan, let's just throw that wall down there. There we go. That gives the construction crew a bit more to do while we're waiting. Good, the outer fence is up, so that's fine. Okay. Right. Now, with guards present, the doors I haven't selected to be automatically open will start operating. We'll drop the warden in here. Nope, we don't have enough money at the moment. But if I go to my grants, I need a basic detention center anyway, which I'm well on my way to making. Drop him in there. And hit the time. Somehow this is strangely compelling. It's actually quite an enjoyable game. I wouldn't have thought that initially, but no, totally is. Right, so as you can see, I'm going to need a kitchen and a canteen. So let's stop time again. And let's look at our rooms. So I'm going to need a kitchen. And I want to keep the kitchen kind of... I want to keep admin separate from prisoners. But at the same time, they need to be fed, and I don't really have time for constructing more stuff at the moment. So, we need a canteen for them. There it is. So that will do for a canteen. Actually, it's probably a whole lot of canteen I don't need. Prisoners come in. And if we stick the kitchen over here, yeah. That way it's close to the utilities and close to deliveries. Actually, we don't need that there. Right. And that's some materials. Give me a brick wall in between the two. We'll keep that secure by keeping that locked off. I will... fit a door here. And one here. And then expand the canteen slightly. There we go. Now, rooms need objects. Like the kitchen needs cookers and... Let's see, where are my utilities set up? Okay, so I need to have the sinks... And I can save by just dropping the sink on top of the water pipe. So, sink. There we are. And R to rotate. so I'm just gonna stick sinks there like so. I'm gonna stick a fridge over here on the side. And I'll stick another fridge over here. And I'm gonna fit some cookers. And then we'll hook them up with utilities. Alright, now the canteen is going to need serving table, and bench. So, first off, the serving table. Now I'm going to set the serving table so it's kind of in the way of people actually getting into the kitchen. So, there we go. And because this is the kitchen for just the canteen, for the holding block, I don't need a whole lot of capacity here, so the one serving table should do. I do need to fit in tables and chairs, though. So there's a table, bench, 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 and that way they can get in, table. And I'll stick a phone in there in case anyone wants to use their lunch break for a phone call. There we go. Right. Time on. Now, because prisoners misbehave, we're going to need some solitaries. That way, in case we need to hand out some punishments, we totally can. Need to research in bureaucracy the finance section. And the warden works that out for us. I need to keep prisoners from escaping, of course. So at the moment, I'm going to fit a large jail door right here. My prisoners have basically arrived, so I'm going to put my doors back to normal function. Now, that one goes to normal. Normal. I'm going to let them in and out of the shower as I please. I'm going to normal. Now I need staff for the kitchen, so let's see, I need 2 cooks. And they will start cooking. Once this canteen's finished, I get my payment for that. That's that done. Then I need to unlock finance through bureaucracy and hire an accountant, and then that's my initial stages, really. I mean, yeah, there's a couple things I can do. I can build a new cell block, I can build a health area, but those are extra things we can do. My power capacity is getting a bit stretched, so I'm going to put in our capacitor here. You can see I now have my 3 solitary cells. And someone's having a shower. That's nice. They got free time, so they're going to have a shower. You may be like, why is areas grayed out? Because you can't see what your staff can't see. This guy's waiting to go in and out. There we go. Power's on in the warden's office. Another room we're going to need eventually is the staff room. It's not required at the moment. I haven't worked that out exactly how I want to make that happen. As you can see, offices are simple enough to drop into here as a 4x4. Just plan them in, because other folks are going to need offices eventually as well. And this looks like a good place for the staff room, to be honest. What does the staff room need? Staff room needs a drink machine. And needs a sofa. And a wide sofa. So that people can just kind of relax. Worked out yet? No, not yet. I'll stick a door in there just as an extra safety measure for the executive staff. It's time to eat. So they're eating. As you can see, we have meals and prisoners. And at the moment, there's actually enough food for everybody, so that's great. Things are working pretty okay. Prisoners, oddly enough, get quite upset if there's not enough food. I am going to need a storeroom for things. Yep, someone hasn't eaten. It isn't because of lack of food, though. I don't know. There we go, okay. Just to prettify that up. Now, I'm going to need a visitation area. And the simplest thing to do with visitation is it just needs this visitor table. So, it doesn't have to have a room, but it's nice to have a room just in case things go all wrong. Visitation just needs to be inside and has to have the table. That's all that's necessary. Now, I'm going to hire an extra guard just to help deal with the fact that people are moving around all over the place. As you can see, they're using the workbenches, and they're like sitting, and they're moving around. You know, it's yard time. I've just instructed the guard to search that area. Now, I'll be expanding this area into doing some other things. Oopsie, we just found a hammer. And I'm going to need a bin for disposal of things. Just going to stick that right there. So there we go, we've searched out the holding cell while they were around and found their hammer. So ha. No hammers for you people. Now, that's the initial requirements, and if I go over here and say, hey, what's our valuation? I need an accountant to prepare that report. So, go to staff. Finances are finally unlocked, so I can now hire my accountant and drop her in here. So let's get our valuation. I can sell it now and get $50,000, which will be given to me for use next time I want to build a prison. That's repaid the grant and still has a profit. That's awesome. Let's see, I'm greedy though. I could try to earn these other grants. 20,000 advance, 10,000 on completion, 10,000 advance, 10,000 on completion, and increase the valuation of the prison and have more money for next time. No, I don't want her. No, I don't want her. No. Thank you. Don't need no aim. Why do I have more accountants? I only need one accountant. No, what are you doing here? Right. Here's a simple thing. Staff. What am I doing with all these people? Right. So this is why we put the drains in the way we did, so this doesn't, pour out into the rest of the prison. Now initially, while we have 8 guys, this is fine, and they need places to sleep. I'm going to need to build beds, and that means cells, but I haven't done that yet. It's 7 o'clock on the day. They're not sleeping. But that gives you a taste. I'll probably come back for another video so you can see how this proceeds. Thanks for watching, folks. Goodbye.